The NFL world never stops moving, and the situation involving quarterback Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons has sparked heated debates among analysts and fans. With the Falcons' decision to select Michael Penix Jr., a quarterback from the Osawam University of Washington, as the 8th overall pick in the 2024 draft, the Atlanta franchise appears to be charting a bold plan for the future. However, this plan is not without controversy, especially when considering Cousins' lucrative contract and the financial and strategic implications for the team. Kirk Cousins, one of the most consistent quarterbacks in the NFL over the past decade, signed a 4-year contract with the Falcons in March 2023, worth $180 million, with $100 million guaranteed. However, the selection of Michael Penix Jr. in the 2024 draft has raised questions about Cousins' future in Atlanta. Although Cousins was signed to be the starting quarterback, the choice of Penix suggests that the Falcons are planning a medium-term transition. Before we proceed with the updates, take a moment to enjoy this video and subscribe to the channel. This way, you won't miss any of the news about the Cleveland Browns that we share here. Thank you in advance. Now, let's move on with the information. One of the most discussed points is a clause in Cousins' contract that guarantees $10 million of his salary for 2026 if he is still on the team by March 17, 2024. This clause was triggered, meaning the Falcons are financially committed to Cousins for at least 2 more years. However, this does not prevent the team from exploring trade options or even releasing him in the future, depending on Penix's development. Tony Grossi, an analyst for ESPN Cleveland and a specialist on the Cleveland Browns, suggested that some members of the Falcons organization may be considering trading Cousins before the start of the 2024 season. Grossi speculated that the logic behind the decision to keep Cousins as Penix's backup would be something like, "We'd rather pay him $100 million over 2 years than $90 million in 1. This analysis reflects the complexity of the Falcons' financial and strategic situation. While the Falcons evaluate their options, the Cleveland Browns have emerged as a possible destination for Kirk Cousins. The Browns are in a delicate situation regarding the quarterback position. Despite having Deshaun Watson as their starter, his inconsistent performance and off-field issues have left the franchise searching for alternatives. Additionally, Watson has faced injury problems in recent years, increasing the need for an experienced quarterback as a backup or even a potential replacement. Grossi mentioned that the Browns might be willing to trade a mid-round draft pick to acquire Cousins, especially if the Falcons cover a significant portion of his remaining salary, which totals $37.5 million. This move would make sense for the Browns, who need a reliable quarterback to compete in the AFC North, one of the most competitive divisions in the NFL. However, Grossi also pointed out that acquiring Cousins before March 17th isn't worth wasting even a low draft pick for a team like the Browns. This assessment reflects the caution of some analysts regarding the cost-benefit of bringing in a veteran quarterback like Cousins, especially considering his high salary and age. He will turn 37 in August 2024. While Cousins' situation is debated, the Falcons are focused on developing Michael Penix Jr. Mike is their latest bet for the quarterback position. Penix, who had an impressive college career at the University of Washington, is known for his strong arm, accuracy, and leadership skills. However, like any rookie, he will face an adjustment period to the NFL, where the speed of the game and the complexity of defenses are significantly greater. The Falcons' decision to select Penix in the draft was seen by some as a risk, especially considering the investment made in Cousins. However, the franchise seems to be thinking long-term. With a relatively cheap rookie contract, Penix offers the Falcons financial flexibility to build a competitive team around him. Additionally, having a veteran like Cousins as a mentor could accelerate Penix's development, provided the dynamic between the two is positive. Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk highlighted that the Falcons can afford to keep Cousins for another season, as Penix's contract does not represent a significant financial burden. Florio also mentioned that if the Falcons decide to release Cousins after the 2025 season, they would be entitled to compensation for any amount he earns with another team. This clause could be an important factor in the franchise's final decision. From Kirk Cousins' perspective, the situation is also complex. At 36 years old, he's at a stage in his career where time is a precious resource. Cousins has expressed his desire to continue as a starter in the NFL, and the prospect of being a backup to a rookie like Penix may not be appealing to him. Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated reported that Cousins is eager to leave the Falcons and seek a starting opportunity with another team. However, Cousins is also aware of the financial realities of the NFL. If he is released by the Falcons, his market may be limited, especially considering his high salary and age. Additionally, the $10 million guaranteed for 2026 could be a determining factor in his future decisions. As Florio pointed out, there is no reason for Cousins to wait or accept a maximum payment of $10 million in 2026, meaning he may be willing to negotiate his contract to secure a starting opportunity. Another important aspect to consider is the impact of Cousins' situation on the Falcons' locker room. Having a dissatisfied veteran as a backup could create tensions within the team, especially if Penix struggles in his first season as a starter. However, if Cousins accepts his role as a mentor, he could play a crucial role in Penix's development and in maintaining harmony in the locker room. Grossi and other analysts have emphasized that the dynamic between Cousins and Penix will be a key factor in the Falcons' success in the coming years. If the transition is managed well, the Falcons could become one of the most promising teams in the NFC. However, if the situation deteriorates, the franchise could face significant challenges both on and off the field. The situation involving Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix Jr., and the Atlanta Falcons is a fascinating example of the complexities of the NFL world. With financial, strategic, and emotional implications, the Falcons' decision will have a significant impact on the franchise's future. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Browns and other teams in the league are keeping an eye on the developments, ready to seize any opportunity that arises. In the end, the Falcons' success will depend on how they manage this delicate transition. If they can balance Cousins' expectations, Penix's development, and the team's financial demands, they may be on the right path to becoming a dominant force in the NFL. Otherwise, the franchise could face years of uncertainty and rebuilding. As always in the NFL world, only time will tell. Browns fan, feel free to share your opinion on the video and say whether you think the players mentioned would be good additions to the Cleveland Browns roster. Leave your comment and join the discussion.